Okay, I think we're live. So, hello there. So I'm Piotr from Redi Games, and I'm here with
Jacek.
and we are here to meet the designer, Jacek.
Yeah.
And I will ask him some questions. So I have some questions prepared, but also I would like you to.
But the main question is everything fine?
Yes. Can you see us? Can you hear us? Please write something down. And if you have any questions to the designer, also please write them on the YouTube channel, and I will ask them later on.
Okay.
Okay, so it seems everything is fine, right?
I think yes.
Okay then. So, without further ado, I will ask you the first question.
Okay.
And that is an easy one. Can you tell something about you? Who are you? Where are you from? What do you do?
Okay, so my name is Jacek Lendzioszek, and I'm the producer and lead designer for Redi Games studio. So basically I'm making all of the Redi Games games. I'm working almost all my life, all my work life with board games. I was working in retail, Polish retail, with the board games, and I was working in board game development also in some companies, and I translated many games into Polish and worked also as a copywriter for many board game projects, and also in my free time I'm also a I'm making the redaction for books.
Okay, so you did a lot of things from what I can hear.
Yeah, but most of them was in the board game. With board games.
Yes, cool. So my second question would be, why Redi Games decided to make Penny Dreadfun game?
Okay, so it's quite a story because this Penny Dreadfun that we are promoting right now, and we want to start on a Kickstarter this November. Is the second Penny Dreadfun game, and there was a first Penny Dreadfun game. Yes. It was made in 2018, I think, on a Polish crowdfunding site, and it was crowdfunded, but it was it sold all the copies that was that were
produced. It was only in Polish, as far as I remember.
Yeah. It was only the Polish project, and so the game was successful in a way, but the whole team that was working on the game changed to this day. Yes. Almost every person that worked on the first Penny Dreadfun is not working right now with the Redi Games. Maybe illustrators are working still with us, and I joined the Redi Games later in 2019, and they it was the time that the Redi Games was thinking about the next game. Okay. And the bigger one, and so I said, let's make a Kickstarter game, let's make a big adventure game or something like that, and they wanted it to be the next Penny Dreadfun.
Yes.
So I played the first Penny Dreadfun, and it wasn't what I would call the best game for me. So we decided that we need to prepare a whole new game with the new mechanics, new illustrations, starting from the scratch. So the new game, but in the Penny Dreadfun universe, because people liked it a lot. They liked the style, the illustrations, and the whole idea.
The idea of 19th century.
Yeah.
Okay, coll. So why the Victorian settings?
Okay, so there are not many games set in this setting, and I think it have its fans, but the main reason was that Adam Bentley, the author of the first Penny Dreadfun, and maybe all the crew that was working in Redi at the moment, but they were very into this setting because they studied English literature on university.
I see.
And so this was their choice. And I just reworked the game. So, but still, I also like this era very much. The funny fact is that I studied the Polish literature on university, and when I was studying on university, I needed to take one panel with the world literature, and I chose also the 19th century literature, and most of the works on the list was British. So yeah, I like this era also a lot.
So you have some experience in this.
Yeah, I like the Penny Dreadful series and everything. So when I started to with reworking the game, because the first Penny Dreadfun was full of strange humor, and it was on a text on the cards and everything. I wanted the game to be a little darker in setting, so I choose the new story for the game. I wanted the players to be like some strange demon hunters, because the core of the game is that the players fight with the ghosts and demons from hell, where the hell is consuming our world. So it's not funny at all. And the truth for me, the truth about the humorous aspect of the game is that it worn out very quickly. So what stays with the players after the game is the feeling of them being powerful characters, and all the big brain moves that they performed when they were playing. So maybe so this is like this. So, and the Victorian era was a little dark.
Yes, that's
as
true.
well. So yeah.
Okay, so let's go back to your inspirations now.
Okay.
Maybe you can tell us what deck building games do you like, or adventure games?
Okay, so yeah, the Penny Dreadfun is a deck building adventure game. So basically, I like deck building games very much. I think it's one of my most favorite.
Yeah, same for me.
Genres, because it's quick, it's simple, but also needs your attention My titles. So I didn't play all the new deck building games, and I know that there are they are on the market, and they use some hybrid aspects from other genres of the games, but I will say that I will stick with the classics, like maybe not Dominion, but I don't know, Hero Realms and Star Realms. I like them a lot.
I see.
The campaign system in Hero Realms and everything.
Cool. And about adventure games?
Yeah, adventure games. The truth is that I don't really like adventure games. Maybe. I know.
Not whole adventure games, yeah. So you need something.
I'm more like a Euro player.
Okay.
So I play the Euro games and much more lighter games. I like Carcassonne a lot to this day, because besides I played many games, but I still like the lighter games and Euro games. So no
like place for adventure games.
But I know that players very like adventure games and 4X games. And many people want to design those. Me not really, but
you ended up doing so.
Yeah, because the work is need to be done. But I like some of the adventure games. I like almost all the games about zombies, because I like this theme with zombie apocalypse. I don't know, the zombie side or something like this, so I think I will choose the zombie side.
Okay, so you have
my favorite, yeah.
Cool.
Maybe it's not the best, but I don't know. It's with those games there is a problem, because people still searching. I think that people are still searching for the holy grail of the adventure game that will be like RPG game. The classic tabletop RPG game or computer RPG game, and they are searching also for the holy grail in the 4X genre, but I think that Twilight Imperium holds the crown. And
as 4X, yes.
Yeah. But yeah. So, but Zombicide is nice.
Okay, so thanks for that. And my next question is back to Penny. So, what was the greatest challenge when you were working on Penny Dreadfun?
The greatest challenge was that we in Redi Games have had many ideas for the game. So, but like a lot. So we need to choose something and base the game around some based idea, and I think that that base idea was that the game will have not the luck element.
Okay.
So no dice
RNG,
rolling. But why? Because we wanted to give players a lot of freedom.
I mean, there still is some RNG, like events or something, but it's not super dependent.
Yeah, but the core of the game is the players building their deck, so building their character.
Yes,
and with that they build their own play style, and it changes through the game in every mode. So I think the players have the full control, or as much control as the players can have in this type of game over their character progress, and their actions, they can plan it a lot ahead. But still, and there was a problem because we gave players a lot of control, and every player in the game can choose their own way to play it, but still we wanted the game to be challenging, so we need to set the objectives for the whole game in a way that it's challenging. So yeah.
Okay. So you have to focus on what you're doing.
Those two elements, the feeling of progress and the control, and also the challenge that the game is. So balancing those two elements.
Okay, that sounds great. Yes.
Okay.
So now some different kind of question. So what was the weirdest thing that you Googled when you were working on the game?
So I was Googling a lot of things to this game, because the Victorian era has there are many strange things from that era that can be in the game, and I was Googling a lot, like the characters. I need to choose some characters, and there are plenty of them to use. So yeah, it was tough work, but this most strange that I googled was I was searching for some info on Victorian sex workers, because it was a big part of this era, and I googled the photos of victims of the STDs.
Hard topic, man.
And and that was dark. That was really dark, and that wasn't so long ago. So yeah, the medicine is going in a right direction, because
it's improved a lot.
It's a history to this day. Those STDs of
not a nice thing to have. Yes. Okay, so another question that is hard, but it's not that bad, I believe. Okay, so I know that your the gaming, playing board games is your hobby, yes? So
yes.
Is a hobby that is also your work still a hobby?
This is a hard question, because I don't know. Probably yes, but I crossed the line of being the work and the hobby. So when I'm playing the game in home with my wife.
You mean Penny or any other game?
Any other game, it's still like I'm working. So
because you have to check the mechanics.
Yeah, I think
the ideas,
how it was done, how it works, and the whole setting is something that came to me. Maybe not so much. I just see the cardboards and mechanics of the games first. Then I'm thinking about what's this game is about. So I crossed that line, and this is a whole new world. So I don't know, maybe because it's dangerous, because the hobby, the work became my hobby. So yeah.
I see. So it should be another way around, yeah.
Yeah.
So I hope that you won't take a look at games like this anymore, and it will be just your hobby. Okay then. I know that it is hard for a designer to say, okay, I've done my mechanics, it's enough, I finished, it's closed, it's working. I know that you always want to improve something, that you want to add this or that, or change this, or I don't know, add one more card or something like this. So when is the time to say it's done? When do you need to stop?
We were talking about this before the
Yes.
before it started. So yeah, the truth is that the game is done when the deadline is the next day or when the deadline is the next hour. But yeah, this is not the whole truth, because the game mechanics need to be play tested, and when there is much more players that like the game than the players that don't like the game, this is the point where we can say, okay, it's almost done. So yeah, but the whole truth is that I will think about the game in I think months or years after it will be on the shelves, because there is still, because not everything ever will be like I wanted it to be. So like in my head it was better, but there is no time or
Yeah.
I'm
You're reading something, yeah?
Yeah, but so I lost the subject.
What is he writing about? Put shoe on the head so we know it's not pre-recorded.
Yeah, we just read the comment, so it's live.
So maybe don't put a shoe, but I don't know, put a card or something on your head. Is it okay, man? I hope he's fine. Okay then, so what were we talking about? Oh, the end line. So yeah. I think you answered this question. So so do you think? Okay, so maybe I will ask this question later, and I will, because you mentioned something that you need to playtest the game, right?
Yeah.
So what was the process of playtesting this particular game? Because all we know the situation in the world right now. So how does this process look like?
First we playtest the game internally with the team, like we always do, and we are like 10 people.
So you mean inside the office, yes?
Yeah. So there is many players here on daily basis. So we playtested it on our own. Then I can remember that we make something that we never made before, and I didn't hear that somebody made it, because we are always at the beginning we are playtesting on not the real components, but the cardboards with the made with the text and everything.
Yeah, so no illustrations, nothing else, just pure text.
Yeah. So it's the play. It's a little hard to play the first.
You don't have the feeling because you don't see anything.
Yeah. It's you must have everything in your imagination, because you are playing the.
White cards with text.
White cards and with text made with the.
I feel you, yes.
Yeah, so you are playing with paper, with the white paper. So we asked some of the Penny Dreadfun players, the first edition or the players of our Redi Games other games, if they want to play test it
I see.
In home.
Yeah, so they have to print it and play by their own.
Yeah, and it was strange because we didn't send them the prototype in this version, but we sent them the files, and they need to print them and get it done on their own. And it was like I don't know, like 300 of cards.
Yes.
And
some tokens.
Yeah, some tokens and tiles, and they need to organize the other components on their own. So those cubes and everything, and we sent like to the 50 people. Because we send them to the whole groups. So like one file was played by 4 or 5 people.
Yeah, I see.
So it took a lot for them to play it, and it was like 50-50. Some of the people played it all right. They understand it.
Yeah.
They have had the imagination to use that prototype, and they came with the very great opinions. But the second part, I think it was almost like 50-50. They didn't know what to do with that. They didn't know how to prepare it, how to play it, and everything. So it was like that. But we had some opinions about the game. They liked it. They wanted to have something more for the game to go in maybe some new directions. So we started to change it. We still were playing it internally, and then we started to play with other people online. We prepared the Tabletopia, and we were testing it with the people, but from the family, friends, and everything, because we cannot go to the game pub or to the conventions or something like that.
That's really unfortunate.
Yeah, but it was very.
So it was actually a great solution in this situation. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, that's nice. Okay. So another question is whether Penny Dreadfun is a cooperative or competitive game.
It's both, because that was our idea.
Okay.
Because what we were thinking, we think that people like the co-op games more than
nowadays. I think they do. Yes.
Yeah. I think it changed because I think that years back people more liked the competitive gaming. I think that for now the computer games based on a
team play, yes?
No, based on a board games. So so from Hearthstone to Slay the Spire, people like them because they are competitive and they play it on their own with other players. So when they get the group of players in their home, they don't want the same feeling. They just want to play,
have fun together.
Fun together. So I think this is the reason why people now like the co-op games more. But still, an adventure game needs to have this feeling of being competitive, because this way people more like they more feel the progression of their characters and the big brain moves that they are making in the game. So this idea became the three modes of Penny Dreadfun. The first mode is scenario mode, which is semi-co-op mode, because players need to play cooperatively to beat the objective of the scenario and progress to the next scenario and progress throughout the whole campaign to get to know the story of Penny Dreadfun. But there are two more modes. The open world mode is it's race for points. People can do almost what they want, but they must think about their own deck building their characters with the cards added throughout the game, and they must think about what other players will do, what they are doing, and everything. Because, for example, when one player have the character built in a specific way, and he wants to beat some mini boss, he needs a little time to prepare for that. Add some cards, kill some easier monsters to add their cards to their deck, and when the other player will be doing the same, only one player will succeed in beating this special mini boss. So they must compete and everything. And also every main action of the other player, like getting the quest done or something like that, moves the timer, and the game will end when other players will resolve some of their actions. So me as a player must think about all of that and about my character, so it's competitive. And the third game mode is a boss rush, and it's fully cooperative mode for players that like this style, and they must fully cooperate to beat the boss as fast as they can. So
as a team, yes.
Yeah, as a team. So it's a boss rush because players must rush the boss. Every boss have the different set of rules, and also the boss is rushing the player's base, because the idea was taken from the tower defense games, but it's still every mode is still based on the same basic Penny Dreadfun rules. So you learn
the same cards, the same mechanics.
Yeah, you learn the rules once, but every game mode is different. Yeah. Okay,
so when we are still talking about Penny, so what is the best thing about Penny Dreadfun game?
I think I'm talking about the same thing all the time, but I think the best thing in a Penny Dreadfun is that it's an adventure game. It's very quick because of the deck building system built in the game. So it's fast. Players can do a lot, and still it plays very intuitive, and player has a full control over their actions. They can plan their moves in advance, and all the players must cooperate or being competitive. So yeah, it's a game when you must think a lot, but it's quick and
still feel like an adventure.
Yeah,
I see. Okay, so this is going to be the last question, and because it is an interview with the producer of the game, I would like to ask you what actually a producer do. What do you do in Redi Games?
To this moment, we were talking more about designing the game, but being a producer is a whole new experience because it's something much related to the retail, to selling the game, to making it work, and also it's I must decide for the whole team.
You are responsible for
about things
people,
like direction, where we are going, is something good or good enough or not, and the worst part is I must wait for other people from the team to get the job done, and it's not always working this way. so probably I must push them.
I see.
So they will get the job done. So yeah.
So it's like working, taking care of children, right?
Yeah, but they are very big and yeah. Children are not lazy. They have much energy, and this is not the truth when working.
But you are still happy that you are working where you are working, right?
Yeah, because we all are geeks and nerds, and probably most of the team like this job. So yeah, it's fun because the job is our hobby.
Okay, so thank you very much for this small interview. So I'm Piotr from Redi Games. I was talking with Jacek, the designer and the producer.
Hello.
And thank you one more time, and we will meet soon on the next events. And feel free to play with us on Tabletopia. We're always there for you to introduce the game and play with us, with you, and be with us.
And there will be more Meet the Designer panels, because we wanted to say something about the work on the game. So there will be a Meet the Designer graphic designer. It will be about the layout of the card games, because it was another challenge for the game, because the illustrations are something that people mostly see at the beginning.
Yes, it's the first thing they see.
But the first thing, but it's not the biggest part of the card. So the layout is the real king of the hill, and the second will be the Meet the Designer illustrator. It will be a speed
painting,
speed painting the illustration for item on the card, and he needs some ideas from you, and he will be preparing the item live.
Okay, so that's it for now. One more time, thank you very much, and we hope that we will see you soon. Bye bye.
Bye bye, thank you.